Today I'm going to cover creating a new form. We're going to create a feedback form. I'm just going to go through the steps on how to do this in Orchard. So as you can see up here, I have a new form available, but first on a new install, you will be looking to enable the dynamic form module. And as you can see, it's down here, dynamic forms, and it's been enabled. This gives me the form submission list and this new form link here. So here I go ahead and create my form by calling it feedback, and we'll give it the feedback URL. By default it would have added that, but we'll put that in there just for clarity. And as you can see on the right hand side here, I've got all my form elements already. Once I've enabled that module, it will add these. And I'll go ahead and first we're going to add our form element, and we're going to call this form feedback. We're going to enable client-side validation so that, and then we're going to allow it to store the submission. The client-side validation just allows it to go to render what's required straight away without refreshing. As you can see here with show notification, this is the message you get once you've submitted. So we'll go ahead and save that. And I found a little bug here where, as you can see up here, I've got form untitled. I'll go ahead and put the feedback in there again. And we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully the next release will fix that. Just to check. Yeah, see, now we've got form feedback in there. That's not a problem. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start creating our form. And I always like to add the IP address to the form. It's a hidden field. It just gets the user's IP address just in case there's some sort of abuse, someone using a robot to submit thousands of things to you. You'll be able to find out if they're the same person and things. So we'll go ahead and actually collapse all these. We don't need to see them. That brings up our form elements easy to see. So we'll go ahead and grab a text field. This is going to be the full name. And we'll show the label. We'll call the label the same. Obviously you can make it different if you like. Go ahead and click on validation tab, and we're going to make this field required. You can set minimum and maximum length. On this particular one, we're just going to show the basic validation message. Let's add an email field. This will just ensure that the format of the email is correct, and we'll just swindle it to where we need it to go. And of course, we'll just go ahead and call this email. And we'll pretty much do the same as we did before. Show the label. And validation tab. Let's make it required. And show validation message. Then we need an actual text area field. So we'll drag that one in. And we'll call this one feedback. So we're going to create the label. And we'll specify you can specify the amount of columns and rows. Let's go ahead and give it 10 rows because the default's a little bit small on the screen. 10 seems to be a good number. Again, validation required. Show validation message. So finally, we need our button, and this is so we can actually submit the form. We'll call it submit. Save it off. That pretty much wraps up our form. So now what we can do is publish this. Now that's published. As you can see at the top, it says your form has been created. Let's have a look at our content. And as you can see at the top, we have our feedback form there. And I've just got into edit mode. I'll just go back so we can click on view and see what it looks like on the live site. And as you can see here, this is our form we've just created. I'm going to go ahead and test out the validation. As you can see, the validation is working as expected. Let's go and submit this form now. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Submit that off. And we get a little message on the right. Thanks for your feedback. Okay, so now we can go ahead, go back to the admin portal. And if we go ahead and look at our form submissions form, you can see I've got the two different forms. I've got a contact us and a feedback form. Let's have a look at the one we just created, which is our feedback. There's our data, and we can go into details mode. Alright, that wraps up how to create a form in Orchard. See you on the next one. Thanks, bye.